everybody, I'm Callan with EarthRise Yoga, and today I'll be leading you through a fairly straightforward and basic yoga class. Derek, my wonderful husband, will be demoing. So go ahead and come to the top of your mat. And bring your feet about hip width apart. And have a look at your toes so that the middle toe points forward. And go ahead and roll your shoulders open so that the points of your shoulders face out instead of forward, and your palms face forward. And close your eyes. Begin to notice where your balance is on each of your feet, and try to make them even. Try to make your balance evenly split between your 2 feet. Notice if your knees are locked out, and if they are locked, take a gentle bend. And then bring your attention to your hip points. So your hip points are front facing, and see if you can gently tilt the points of your hips upward. Moving further up, notice if that bringing the hip points up made your shoulders round at all, and just roll them open. Again, points of your shoulders facing out. And then your neck and your head. So imagine you want your jawline to be parallel to the floor. It almost feels like looking up slightly if you're not used to it. Should be pretty comfortable. If it's not, then I would imagine, like most people, you spend a little bit of time staring down. So it's nice to be conscious of how your head is perched on top of your body. And once you've got all these things in place, take a big breath in. And let it out your mouth. One more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Good. And just as you're here, notice if you have any tension in your body, where your weight shifts in your feet. And on your next breath in, open your eyes and circle your arms overhead, gazing upwards, pressing your palms together. And then bring your hands to your heart in a prayer. Good. We're going to take that again. Inhaling, circling the arms overhead, looking up. Exhaling, prayer to your heart. Just linking breath with movement. Inhale, circling overhead. And this time as you exhale, fold all the way forward. Good. Great. And take a couple of breaths here. And just to test your balance again, maybe shift forward into the balls of your feet. And shift back into your heels. And again, forward into the balls of your feet. And back into your heels. Okay. And if your hands are not necessarily touching the floor, that's totally fine. You can tent them. It can even be fingertips. If you're far away from the floor, maybe you have a block nearby to make contact with. Taking one more moment in this forward bend. Good. Now start to crawl your way out with your fingertips until your back feels relatively flat. Now for me, I have to tent my fingers to do this, and that gives me a little bit of space. And here, imagine again that your little shoulder points, you want those to point outwards. Notice if you started to round in your upper back. If this is a lot on your hamstrings, as it can be pretty early, take a bend in your knees. You can take a really generous bend in your knees. And we're going to start with a little kind of funky propped up cat-cow. On your next inhale, drop your belly, bend deeply through your knees, roll your shoulder blades open. And on your exhale, curl in, let everything go forwards. We'll try that again. Inhale, bending deeply through the knees, rolling the shoulder blades open. Exhale, start to lengthen, push into the floor with your feet. Forward bend. Good. 3 more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhaling, maybe you can squat a little bit lower. Gazing forward. Good. Exhale. And one more inhale. And exhale. Good. Let your palms find the floor. Let your knees find the floor. And come into child's pose, reaching your arms forward. And maybe making contact with the floor with your forehead. Press your palms into your mat. And think of lengthening your tailbone to the back of the room. Imagine you've got a pin in place in your left hip. You're going to start to crawl your fingertips over to the right side of your mat, just to create some space along the left side of your body. Good. And take one breath in here. Good. Exhale. Good. Start to crawl your fingertips towards the center. And then all the way over to the left. Inhale. Good. And exhale. Good. Again, thinking that your hips are weighty and reaching for the back of the room. Good. Coming back through center. Lift your gaze in between your palms. Let your elbows find the floor. And as low and slow as possible, you're going to slither forwards, pulling the mat back towards you, and come into baby cobra. So for this baby cobra, leave the back of your neck really long by tucking your chin into your chest. And wrap your elbows behind you, thinking that they could touch behind your back. And press the entirety of your palm into the mat. Good. Lifting here, breathing. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Good. And exhale. Tuck through your toes. Press your way back into child's pose. And then lengthen your legs into your first downward dog. And take any adjustments you might need. Pedaling out through the feet. Good. On your next inhale, Ripple out into plank pose like you're going into the top of a push-up. And then exhale back where you came from, down dog. Good. Try to tuck your chin on the inhale as you roll out to plank. Exhale, reach through those heels, downward facing. One more, inhale. And exhale. Good. Start to lift your right leg into the sky. Bend through the knee, open out through your hip. Good. Raise to the ball of your left foot and see if you can lift your knee even higher. Good. And as you exhale, bring your knee to your nose and round through your back. So you're cultivating that cat spine. Good. Inhale, press up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhaling back, three-legged. Exhale, knee to nose. And this time bring your foot all the way through. And let your back knee find the floor. Untuck through your back toes, lifting your arms to the sky. You're in a low lunge. Now here, notice if there's any bowing out in your lower rib cage. Think of supporting your abdominals, taking the arch out of your back, and taking your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Inhaling here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. On your next inhale, let your hands find the floor. Plant your left palm into the ground. Tuck through your back toes. Option to lengthen through your back leg. If not, you can leave your knee on the ground. And keep your hips exactly where they are. And just reach your right arm up to the sky for a little twist. Now notice if that left hip kind of went on vacation. We want to make it feel supported. Keep the twist in the middle of your body. And cherry on top is to lift your gaze to your top fingertips. Inhale here. And exhale, let your hand find the floor. If you did extend through the leg, let your knee find the ground. Toes are still tucked. We're going to come into a runner's lunge by extending through the front leg, flexing the front toes. Options here. You can keep your fingertips tented. If you have the space, you can plant your palms. But again, we're cultivating length through our back. So think of reaching your heart forward and really pushing for the stretch. The effort should be in getting your hip bone to meet the top of your thigh. And stretching your heart forward. Good. If you can, take a look at your right foot and notice if you left your pinky toe out of the party, and try to snuggle that guy back towards you. Good. Breathe here. And exhale, release. Take a bend through the front knee. Make your way to downward facing dog. Good. For good measure, we're going to take a vinyasa. So ripple on out to plank pose. reaching the heart forward again. Start to bend through the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths right here. On your next breath in, you're going to reach your left leg up into the sky and bend through the knee. Good. Notice on the leg that remains that you're looking at, you want to try to keep that knee pointing forward. So notice if you let go of engaging the muscles in your right leg and your knee kind of spiraled in. See if you can engage. To further that engagement, we're going to raise to the ball of your right foot. Lift that left knee even higher. Good. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bring your knee to your nose and round your back. Inhale, flexing through the foot, 3-legged. Exhale, curling forward, knee to nose. And just one more of these. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Then all the way through. Plant your foot in between your palms. Let your back knee find the floor. Untuck through your toes. Good. Take a moment here, tent through your fingers. Roll your shoulders open. And then lift your arms to the sky. Low lunge. Organize your hips beneath you. Lower your shoulders away from your ears. And again, think of getting your jawline parallel to the floor as you take a big breath in. Good. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, let your hands find the floor. Did we spiral? Yeah, we spiraled. Tuck through your back toes. Lengthen through your back leg. And then lift your left arm to the sky. Twist it open. Again, lifting through that right hip bone. Feeling the top of your head reach towards the front of the room. And maybe lifting your gaze to your fingertips. Inhale. Good. Exhale. One more breath in. Good. As you exhale, let your hands find the floor. Let your back knee touch the ground. And lengthen through your front leg, coming into a runner's stretch. Once again, reaching your hip bones forward. Reaching your heart forward. One more breath in. As you exhale, bring your weight forward, start to bend through the front of the knee. Plant through your palms, come into downward facing dog. Chin to chest, ripple forward, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Take a few breaths here. Good. Lift through the heels, bend through the knees, and take a walk up to the top of your mat. Once you get there, grab opposite elbows and hang. Release those elbows, bend through the knees, roll your way up to stand. And then once you get to the top, resist the urge to fidget. We'll have time to fix your hair or your costume. Taking a moment in Tadasana. On your next inhale, circle your arms overhead. Exhale all the way back down through your center line. Inhale, lengthen to a flat back. Exhale, plant your palms. Step back to plank pose. Flow through vinyasa. Take a big breath in. And exhale. Good. Inhale, lift through the heels. Bend through the knees. If you're comfortable hopping, you're very welcome to. Otherwise, slow walk to the top of your mat. Folding over. Inhale, bending through the knees, lifting the arms overhead. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Inhale, circle. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, make your way back, vinyasa. Three breaths here. On your next inhale, lift through the heels, bend through the knees. Make your way to the top of your mat and fold. Inhaling, circle, stand all the way up. Gaze to the sky, prayer to your heart. Exhale. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hop, fly, float your way back. Meet us in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up into the sky. Exhale it all the way through, low lunge. Back knee finds the floor, arms reach to the sky. Good. Exhale, hands to the floor. Runner's lunge. Stretch your front leg. Good. Coming back to the top of the mat. Inhale. Good. Downward facing dog. Breathe it forward, plank pose. Exhale, vinyasa. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale all the way through, low lunge. Back knee finds the floor, runner's lunge. Oops, sorry. You're right, low lunge, arms to the sky, breathe up. Follow Derek, not me. Exhale, runner's lunge. Coming forward. Downward facing dog. Plank pose. Vinyasa. Right leg lifts, inhale. Exhale all the way through. Back knee finds the floor, arms to the sky. Breathe it up. Good. Runner's lunge, take it back. Crawling forward, keep it low. Downward facing dog. Your flow, rippling forward. Left leg lifts, inhale. Exhale through. Arms reach. Runner's lunge, take it back. Crawling forward, inhale. Downward facing. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, vinyasa. Good. Everybody take one step forward with your right foot and then one step forward with your left. So you're in a very, very short down dog. Lift up your right hand and thread it underneath you to grab really anything. If you can grab the outside of your left ankle, great. Could be the inside. Could be a piece of your leggings. And feel that stretch here. Maybe you gaze underneath your left armpit. Little stretch. And release. Left hand lifts. Thread it underneath. Note what opposition you need to make this posture steady. Reach through your left hip so your left side body is long. Take a big breath in. And exhale, release. Good. Come back to your regular down dog. And flow through. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling, shoulders open. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful. Right leg lifts into the sky. Exhale through to low lunge. Spiral your back heel down. And lift your arms to the sky, warrior one. Good. Now again, organizing your hips underneath your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Take a breath in here. Maybe press your palms together. Exhale, let your hands find the floor. Vinyasa or no, meeting us in downward facing dog. Left heel reaches, inhale. Exhale it through. Right foot finds the floor. Arms reach. Good. Now, snuggle that right side of your body forward. And again, shoulders away from your ears. One more inhale to press the palms together. Exhale down. Flow through. Inhaling, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior one. Okay. Let your arms dangle by your sides. If you'd like, you can reach for a clasp behind you, or you can leave your arms open and winged. We're going to come into devotional warrior, which is a forward bend. Top of your head reaching for the ground. Notice if that right hip kind of snuck forward, snuggle it back. Good. Inhale, release your clasp if you have it. Arms reaching up. Lengthen through your front leg. Turn to the side and then reorganize your feet, warrior two. Take your left thumb into the crook of your left hip and lower that left hip so that your hips are parallel to each other. And see if on your next inhale you can get a little bit lower. And a little bit lower. Inhaling, tilting back to peaceful warrior. Exhale, let your hands find the ground. Vinyasa or no, downward facing dog. Left heel reaches, inhale. Exhale all the way through. Warrior one. Good. Lifting your gaze, keeping that jawline parallel. Let your arms drift by your sides. Clasp or no clasp. Inhale, roll the shoulders open. Exhale, devotional. See if you can reach for the ceiling through your fingertips or your knuckles. See if you can deepen the bend in your left leg. On your next inhale, start to release that clasp if you have it. Inhaling up to warrior one. Lengthen through the front leg, little break here. Then open your torso to the side, warrior two. Take your right thumb into the crook of your hip. And see if you can lower it a little bit. The tendency is to hike up that back hip. Sit a little lower in your warrior two. Steady your breath if it got away from you. One more big inhale. Exhale, sit lower. Inhale, tilting back, peaceful warrior. Exhale your hands to frame your front foot, flowing through a vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Home base. Take a big breath in. Let it out your mouth. One more of those. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Exhaling through to low lunge. This time you'll keep your back heel up off the ground. Arms reaching to the sky. You're in high lunge. Good. Again, knit those lower ribs in. Notice if your back is a bit swayed and engage your abdominal muscles. Lift your gaze up to the sky. Good. On your next inhale, come to a flat back, reaching forward, and then see if you can easily and smoothly transfer your weight into warrior three. Good. Arms are up to you. You can reach forward if you have the space. You can wing them by your sides. You can bring your hands in a prayer. And see if you can play with your balance a little. If your standing leg is locked out, maybe you bend it a little. Everybody bring your hands in prayer and breathe in. Good, and exhale. One more breath to breathe in. One more breath to breathe in. Exhale. Good. Now, bend through your back knee, so your left knee is going to kiss the inside of your right. And see if you can hover a bit. And lengthen. Ooh, warrior three. So we're going to play with that a little bit. Inhaling, bending through both knees, kissing one behind the other. Exhale, warrior three, and one more of those. Inhale. Exhale. Let your hands find the floor. Hallelujah. And let your back toes touch the ground. Good. Three-legged dog, bring your right leg to the sky. Open up through that hip. If you'd like, you can flip your dog all the way around. Don't have to if not. We're going to find our way to chaturanga. And flow through vinyasa. Take a big breath in. And exhale it out. And left leg lifts to the sky. Exhale it through to low lunge. Good. Arms reaching up, high lunge. High lunge is the perfect preparation for warrior three. You're getting your spine in order. You're reaching through your back heel. And on your next breath, or whenever you're feeling steady, you're going to start to reach forward slightly so that you're one line from the tips of your fingers to the bottom of your heel. And then as slowly as possible, warrior three. Good. One side might feel really, really different than the other, and that's okay. Hug everything into your center line. So your back toes are pointing down, you're flexing like crazy. Breathe in. Exhale. One more breath in. Good. As you exhale, bend through your knees, bring your right knee behind your left, and then press up, warrior three. Inhale, little curtsy. Exhale, warrior three. Just one more of these. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Let your fingertips find the floor. Toes touch the ground. Left leg to the sky. Good. Bend through the knee, open out through the hip. It should feel pretty good. And if you did so on the other side, feel free to flip your dog. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. Let your knees find the floor. Child's pose. If you're lucky enough to be practicing with a partner, You can show him or her a little love, a little assist by placing some weight onto their lower back, like I am. Feels pretty good after a flow like that. And begin to press your way up to sit on your heels. And go ahead and swing your legs around you so that you're sitting on your bum. And you can use your hands for an assist. You can bring your left foot to plant into your inner thigh. We'll be going for Janushirasana, so if you know you've got some room and you want to open this out even more to the side, you're very welcome to. But the important part is to have your shoulders facing forward pretty square. With that right foot on an inhale, you're going to get really long and tall. And then exhale, start to fold forward. Now I like to divide up these forward folds 50-50, sometimes 70-30, between effort and ease. And you know what you've been through lately and what you need. So if you'd like more effort, you're going to think about lengthening through your spine and reaching your heart forward. If you'd like a little more ease, you're going to relax into this posture and let the weight of your head carry you down. We'll be here for about 8 more breaths, so find a spot that you feel like you can comfortably hold. It doesn't have to be your foot, it can be, again, your costume. If you have a strap nearby, you're very welcome to loop that around your foot. And once again, if your breath got away from you, this is a great spot to slow it down and bring it back. For your last breath, release your grip, wherever that may be. Let yourself kind of Raggedy Ann or Raggedy Andy it into your posture. And then using your fingertips, start to walk your way back to a seat. Let your left hand find the ground behind you. Little transition here. Inhale up to your shin. Look towards the ceiling or the sky. And exhale back to your seat. Switch legs. Left leg extends. Right foot nestles into your thigh. Again, if you have a little more space and you want to open out that knee, you're very welcome. Square off your shoulders to your toes. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Once again, trying to find that sweet spot between effort and ease. Working to lengthen forward if that is appealing to you right now. Or collapsing into your forward fold. Using your hands, start to walk your way back to a seat. And letting your right hand find the ground behind you, lifting up to your right shin, inhale, stargazer. And exhale to your seat. Lengthening both legs forward, flexing through your feet. I like to remove the flesh from underneath my bum so I can sit up really tall. Inhale, stretch the arms overhead. And exhale, fold it forward. Now here you can really let the posture go. Maybe your feet flop open, maybe your palms face up to the sky. As gently as possible, try to make your way into Shavasana with as few movements as you can. Let your feet flop open. Let your palms face up. And unglue your tongue from the roof of your mouth. And this is where I leave you. Thank you for joining me in class today. Namaste.